Hey guys! Let's try that again. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. How is everybody? How is everyone? Sorry, I haven't been posting recently, you know. I usually post 2 videos a week, but because my brother was visiting me and then my mom is visiting me because it was recently just Mother's Day in Australia, so I'm spending some private time with family. Take a break, you know, take a breather. I'm thinking about uploading just once a week for now, but I'll be back on my feet in no time. But I've been like making so many videos, I genuinely just need a bit of rest. You know what I mean? But I'm back with another video, and yes, you guys have guessed it. Today we will be talking about the Kalogeras sisters, right? These 3 Greek goddesses on the internet. Let's quickly introduce them before we get started, okay? So who are they, right? The Kalogeras sisters are a popular trio of Canadian content creators known for their engaging videos on platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. They gained widespread attention with their fun and relatable content, including challenges, vlogs, and dance routines. We have Sunday Kalogeras, born in May, apparently, according to the internet, in 2003, the eldest sister, known for her vibrant personality and versatility. Demetra Mia Kalogeras, born in February 2006, the middle sister, recognized for her creativity and engaging presence. And then third, we have Eliana Michaela Kalogeras, born in August.
Ooh, I was born in August.
The youngest sister, admired for her charm and relatability. The sisters are of Greek and Mexican descent, blending their cultural backgrounds into their content. They were born and raised in Canada and are known for their strong family values. And another really interesting thing that I found online is apparently the Kalogeras sisters were raised in a Christian household, which has influenced their values and the content they share online. However, they have not publicly discussed specific religious practices or affiliations. Their content primarily focuses on lifestyle, family, and cultural themes rather than religious topics. This is interesting, and we will also get into this aspect, okay? They have over 5.5 million followers on YouTube and over like tens of millions of followers on TikTok, right? Combined. These girls are known for their beauty, especially the distinctive curly hair. They also look like triplets. You know what I mean? Like, they look really similar. If I didn't look into them, I would almost say that they're triplets, but they're not. They just look very similar, right? I don't know, but the aesthetic that it's giving me is that they like to look similar. They like to look like each other, and, you know, they're kind of meshed with each other in terms of personality and looks, and the clothes they wear is all kind of like mix and match. They're similar, but they're all different in their own ways, okay? But before we start, I would like to say that the reason that I am making this video today is because a lot of you guys, like seriously, the Kalogeras sisters were probably one of the most mentioned people that I get in my comment sections. Like, a lot of you guys want to hear my opinion on them. Okay, so this is why I'm making it. So this video, and I understand that they have a crazy fan base, which we will also get into, right? But apparently their fan base is really similar to Taylor Swift. Anyone that talks about them in an undigestible way about these sisters that might discomfort some of their fans, like, the fans get mean and nasty, okay? But as you guys know, I am unafraid, right? But I do want to make it very clear that this video is not a hate video. None of my videos are actually hate videos, okay? I don't hate any single person that I've ever talked about. I want to always speak the truth, my opinion on my channel, and that is what this entire channel is about, okay? I don't hate any individuals. I look at most of them genuinely with compassion, and I come from a place of understanding to dissect it more, right? To dive deeper into these things. I wish to spread more awareness out to, especially to young women, and my POV on things, okay? So I want to make that very, very clear. If I say the wrong things, You guys know me, I am one to apologize. However, please do not misunderstand constructive criticism and sharing someone's personal POV or opinions with hatred. Because that is two completely different things. And it's funny because I actually have like haters. I don't know how to feel about it. It's still like YouTube is still so new to me. I've only been doing it for a year. I have haters literally say like, I had one like inbox me the other day. She's like, I don't know if it's a she or a he, but it sounded like a she. And she was like,
I will do anything in my power to make sure that you are cancelled.
and I was like, wow, like this girl cares. I guess it is expected from the internet. It's just the internet at the end of the day. I don't think any of them will say it to my face in real life.
If you really have game, then share your face, real name, instead of hiding behind your keyboards, you little scaredy cat. Meow.
It's wild, the length of what some people would do to try and cancel me. But you know, you can't cancel someone for having an opinion. If you did that, you will literally have to cancel the entire population. Okay, so relax. Now that we have that out of the way, let's get into today's episode.
Oh my god.
Okay, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to another episode. Okay, so like I was saying in the beginning, these three beautiful sisters are not only beautiful, according to their fans and the internet, they are also incredibly talented and they all have amazing personalities, okay? I've watched a few of their vlogs. I'm turning 27 in August. So I don't get these vlogs. Like even when I was younger, I still didn't understand these type of vlogs. I guess people watch for comfort. I read comments online and young girls like to watch these to feel a sense of comfort, to feel a sense of like sisterhood, because some girls or boys don't have sisters, right? It's like having like a friend group around you, having like sisters around you. It's like a comforting feeling. I also read a comment comparing them to the Dolan twins, which I don't really see like a similarity, but I mean, I get it. It's that feeling of, you know, having brothers or sisters or like friends around you, like because you don't have it yourself. These girls are beautiful, talented, and they have personalities, very broadly and like obsessively loved by their fans, which is crazy. But speaking of crazy and speaking of fans, right, I've also done some research online and these girls, they have like kind of a mean fan base. Why am I holding this? I feel like I should put this on. Like, I was talking to one of my subs the other day about this, and like, apparently some people that speak about them online get harassed. You know, content or art or public figures that make content and make, I guess, art and content and entertainment videos, if they do not receive criticism, it's just purely consumerism. It becomes purely for entertainment, and it's just like kind of like fast fashion or fast food. It's just to sell, consume. There has to be a level of criticism in art, in entertainment, in consumerism, in fashion. Everyone gets criticized sometime or another. I do. For it to improve, for it to become better, for it to become something that's interesting and has value. Otherwise, it's just, if everybody just simply loves it and there's zero criticism, it becomes really pointless, right? It becomes just purely entertainment and it becomes very hollow and very shallow as well. So everything gets criticized, but that's not a bad thing. Like their fan base, the Kalogeras sisters fan base, they apparently do not accept any criticism. Like I had subs that try to comment criticism or something that they thought was off about some of the sisters' strange behavior, which we'll also get into later. The fans just attack them and they have to literally like block some of the people. Like that's how rough it gets online sometimes. And that shouldn't be right. Would these sisters blink twice if they knew that their fans were like raging to protect them and then people get hurt in the process? Like, do these sisters like blink twice or think twice or care at all? Because apparently they've never made any public announcements to be like, hey guys, relax, chill. It's like very Taylor Swift, Swiftie fan base mindset.
Which is scary.
It's crazy because fans like this lack critical thinking. It is way too emotional. Like obviously I really appreciate my fans for standing up for me. Like, I don't have as much in comparison to the Kalogeras sisters, but I'm grateful for every single individual fans that I have at this current moment. But I wouldn't mind if they stood up for me, but I wouldn't want my fans to get nasty. And I don't think that my fans ever did get nasty. Like, my fans are, in my opinion, I think my fans are very fair, a very just point of view, nothing overly aggressive. And I wouldn't want my fans to be, right? I want a really respectable fan base that has wisdom, intelligence, and level-headed. I don't want a crazy fan base, because the easier they love you, the easier that they're gonna snap and turn against you, right? I know how this works. It's kind of scary. Let's read some of the Reddit comments, okay, and see what they have to say about the fan base of these sisters. Someone said, they're gorgeous. The one thing that I hate about them the most is they never confront their fans. I know damn well that they know their fans have been sending death threats to people, making people quit YouTube and turn off comments, were constant bullying and other shit. They're so focused on reposting videos of themselves when they should be focusing on their fans. By the way, the girls that Kalogeras fans are framing for being racist and also telling her she should give up and calling her boyfriend ugly is Natalie Inspos. People only like those sisters because of their looks, because when somebody doesn't like them, their only excuse is you don't like them because they're pretty, you're jealous. Jealous, pretty. Only two words can describe those sisters. It's never for the talent only, but for the looks. There's no videos of those sisters of people being jealous of their talent because it's only for their looks. Nobody cares about them. They only care about their looks. That's why all the comments are they're so gorgeous, which they are. That is true. Sometimes they would post the most ridiculous TikToks, literally nothing but movements, right? There's not even a dance choreography going on. And there are just laugh heart eyes. It makes me question if they're bots. It's probably just like a bunch of 10-year-olds looking at them, or creepy men. Or maybe it is bots. According to the dead internet theory, over 50% of commentators online are bots apparently. But you never know with these things. But yeah, I have noticed that. Most of the comments is just you're pretty. There's no one questioning anything else going on. Which we'll get into. We'll get deep into all of this. I wouldn't say it's unfair, because if you're pretty, you get more attention, right? Which is not really unfair. That's just how the world works. It's like if you are tall and athletic, you would probably like to play basketball, but you don't have to, right? I mean, to some people it may be unfair, but I mean, it's just an advantage that certain people have, right? Other people may not be as like conventionally attractive, but they have strength that maybe conventionally attractive people don't have, okay? We all have our advantages and disadvantages, which actually ends up being fair, depending on how you see it. Like spiritually, I think it's fair for everyone. Then you look at the recent video, right? Kalogeras.
There's a type of content on TikTok that feels almost too simple. Videos with no words, little to no dancing, no context, just a look, a vibe, and a camera. And suddenly, they're everywhere. People call them ethereal, angelic, and goddesses. They have become a full-blown aesthetic, not just creators. But here's the question. If someone who looked completely different posted the exact same content, would it still blow up? Or is this the case of beauty doing the heavy lifting?
Right, and I read through the comment sections of this video. Good video, by the way, Kelly. Shout out to you. Hey. Someone said, what surprised me is that they got on the red carpet in like 3 months with their looks and money. Meanwhile, an actor that worked hard takes years to get on a red carpet, which is ridiculous. And then someone said facts. And the worst part is that some of their fans were making videos like, haha, they got onto the red carpet in 3 months while you losers take years. Like, bro, for real, this is so messed up, and it's only because they're pretty. Like, a lot of their fans are really nasty. That's what I mean when I say they're nasty. Like, they would do anything to protect these 3 people who they call mother, and these 3 sisters could not give a single shit about them. Which I believe is what's ridiculous. Like, they are fighting, like freaking men who go to war. They are fighting for this country, these mothers, these 3 sisters, this giant landmark, okay? For what reason, I don't know, but apparently they say the more that you are obsessed with celebrities, the less IQ that you have. So that could be a reason.
Hey, don't hate me.
Don't hate me if you can't handle the truth. There's actually a scientific study that literally proved that people that are obsessed, okay, like crazy, like Taylor Swift level obsessed with celebrities actually have lower IQ and are more prone to being aggressive and emotional. So if this triggers you, it could be talking about you. Inviting the Kalogeras sisters onto the red carpet could be like bringing attention to what's going on the red carpet. It gets the actual events more clout. Right? Like, you don't have to be, like, they're obviously not inviting the Kalogeras sisters onto the red carpet because they're award-winning actors. Them being on the red carpet doesn't take away credit from the award-winning actors. You know what I mean? Like, the award-winning actors worked hard and that's their life, that's their experiences, right? And the Kalogeras sisters, well, I mean, they did get famous really fast for being pretty, right? And wearing a lot of revealing clothes, which we will get into. You know, that's what they did and they got there. How long will their careers last? We don't know. But they did get there and it's not taking away any other actors' credibility. Their fans saying,
They got there in 3 months while you losers took years. That is so awful.
and people like that, I don't believe they're happy. Like, people that actually say awful things like that, like it's where it's not constructive criticism or has any level of logic or reasoning behind it, where it's just pure emotions. This is genuinely what I call hate. Like, they're not happy. And they're also the first people to like throw back at you like you're hateful when it's purely just, I genuinely think it's purely just their projection. Here is a perfect prime example, right? Finally, someone has made a video about them. It annoys me so much that their fans act like they are the only people who can have brown curly hair, right? This is this individual's opinion. And then someone said, Lamau, and you're not. I know you're jealous. Like, this is all over the internet. If you say one thing about them, that's actually, even if it's true, you're immediately jealous. And it's like, what are we jealous of? You cannot like someone when they're clearly beautiful and not be jealous. Like, you know, that can be a thing, right? And also, there are beautiful women out there that people actually do like and support that are absolutely stunning and they don't get hate that people like. Like, it's just a preference. People don't have to like your favorite celebrities or your favorite influencers. It doesn't mean they're jealous. This might upset a few of the crazy ones, but you probably lack strong IQ. Not everyone who dislikes a pretty girl is jealous. There might be other qualities, not really great qualities there, that needs criticism that you may not see because it's probably in yourself too. It's wild. Anyway, people are just saying, why would they feel threatened by people they've never met? People really need to start speaking up about it without it being jealousy. Damn, I have literal goosebumps because it's genuinely like that. Like, I cannot like you and not be jealous of you. If I don't like a hot dog, I'm not jealous of the hot dog, right? Or if I don't like a Labrador, which is stunning and beautiful, it doesn't mean I'm jealous of the Labrador. I just maybe prefer sausage dogs. If I don't like the beach and it's beautiful, it's sunshine, people love the beach, it doesn't mean I'm jealous of the beach. I probably prefer the mountainside. It's freaking ridiculous when you actually put it that way, because then people realize, and it's like actual logic and common sense and critical thinking. People are like, oh, right, no one is jealous of you. I'm not biased with my views. I try to think clearly. I try not to hate, but I try not to love, right? I want to stand in the middle when I'm working, like doing these type of videos, and try to bring a level of professionalism and positivity. I think the people that can see, right? I try to be fair, so there's no jealousy towards them, right? And they're so much younger than me. I'm not jealous. Like, they're like my little sisters. Well, they're not. They're Greek and I'm Chinese. They're not my sisters, but like, I mean, like, I don't look at them with hate. Like, there's no hate there. I'm looking at them like I would when I look at my younger sisters, and I'm like, okay, what is going on? Why are so many people complaining to me about them, right? Why are so many people on Reddit complaining about them? Why are people scared of their fan base? Why are people complaining about their fan base? There is always a why, because there's so many people demanding me to talk about this topic. So I wanted to be calm and think deeper into this, okay? And remember in the beginning when I mentioned that there are Christians, one of the things that really shocked me was their wardrobe choices. Eliana is only 16 years old this year, right? Eliana is and she is the youngest. And then we have Sunday, who is the eldest. And Sunday is only 22 years old. Demetria, 19. Sunday and Demetria and Eliana all dress, in my opinion, really promiscuously for young women, right? And you guys know the premise of my channel. A lot of my stuff stems from my POV, my opinions, right? I try to be factual with things. Sometimes I don't want to just base it off my opinion. I like to do extended research and be more factual and more logical and think more broadly. And then I also talk about it from a spiritual point of view, a religious point of view that people can relate, because I have a lot of religious viewers. And for a Christian family household to be raising their daughters like this and allowing them, especially Eliana, to not only grow up kind of in front of the camera, but growing up barely wearing any clothing in front of the camera, that is really concerning, right? And she is only 17 years old this year, and a lot of their fans are literally trying to, I saw a comment and it was like she's 18 and someone was like, nice try. But yeah, like their fans would literally lie to protect them. That's how crazy it is, which is not normal, because if your fan base is crazy, that says a lot about the creators. But you guys know how I feel about, you know, minors wearing clothing as such. I never blame the minors. You know, they just don't realize, and it's the parents. You know, you always have to look at the parents, but it just really shocked me that a religious family would let their children do this online, especially when one of the girls is under the age of 18, which is incredibly dangerous. It's really harmful behavior, and she's now, right? She was posting, they were all posting pretty promiscuous poses and sexual poses, very revealing clothes, like years back. They've always kind of sexualized themselves, right? They look like triplets, right? They're three sisters. They're also very young. They dress more on the sexual side rather than the fashionable side, sometimes sexual and fashionable. And they are getting a lot of attention from that. So they also have a video of like them pulling down each other's sweatpants in front of the camera. I don't know who the cameraman is. I really hope it's not the dad or a family member, because that's just awkward and weird. But I don't know who the cameraman is, but they're literally like ducking each other. And apparently all the comments in the comment section were like, they're not wearing underwear. Like, what the heck? Like, all these girls, like, what is happening? And then like embarrassed faces. Like they just like do weird kind of low-key sexual things. Another really interesting Reddit comment says, what scares me is how Sunday has had no surgery at such a young age. Demetra has had lip fillers, and how their parents have been okay with that. It's kind of scary how these girls popped out of nowhere and simultaneously wiped all their old videos from all social media. Yes, this has been confirmed, but if you look at their before picture, Sunday has a more droopier and wider nose, and Demetra does not have as big of lips as she does now. It's so obvious. Eliana's the only one I like. The other two are obsessed with how they look. I thought they were boring, but honestly, the videos are entertaining. The only weird thing they do is point out the camel toes on camera. Like, what? So now, you know, we've kind of gotten to know their really toxic fan base, right? Their very questionable outfits. And the thing is, you know, if they're ranging from like, you know, 16, well, 17, we'll say, to 22, then their age range will be pushing even younger, right? The age range, and if you look at their comment sections, it would literally be from 10 years old to like maybe 25, right? 28 on an average at the highest. Obviously, there might be older people, like a very low percentage, and then a low percentage of really, really young audiences, okay, who grab their mummies' iPhones. So they have a really, really young fan base. They are young and they have such a young emotional demographic who are absolutely obsessed with them. I fear that they might be influencing them the wrong way, right? They promote everything from makeup to selling their own perfume. I believe they sell their own products. They even have a subscription where you have to pay like $10 a month to just see random photos of them, right? They are literally raking it in through their fan base. They're always promoting fast fashion. They're just like a trio of consumerist culture, just sell, which is something that I am hugely against, because it impacts the world and the environment really negatively, right? We have enough fast fashion as it is, right? And we have now more influencers, and it's not just the Kalogeras sisters that do this. We have so many other influencers who aren't aware of this, and I believe a lot of them are for personal gains that just want to rake up as much money and influence as they can through a really quick amount of time, and then just sell. Okay, this is so bad, not only for the individuals, for the planet, just all together, for the people, for the poor people that make this. It's just like, I really pray that it stops, right? Buy your cute things, but at this rate, it's just so unnecessary. Like, nobody needs more perfumes. That's honestly what I think. I think it's horrible. And I think the clothing that they influence the younger crowds is horrible. I did an episode on really promiscuous and fast and tasteless fast fashion. I did an episode on that. I'm super against it. If you are someone that only cares about you and how you feel and how obsessed you are with yourself and how other people should be obsessed with you, if you are that type of person, then unfortunately this video is not for you. And to be honest, I really don't need your views.
I don't want subscribers like that anyway.
I encourage all my subscribers to not be like that. My entire channel is based on being selfless, to think of others. So I really don't need people like that as a sub, but I just want to put that out there. We don't need any more influencers that tries to sell skimpy looking outfits. Okay, I'm not talking about the influencers, they are not skimpy, but the outfits, these promiscuous outfits that literally 12-year-old girls are wearing, right? And their parents probably don't know that. And we don't need any more of that. It's so bad that young girls are wearing that. Young girls are influenced by influencers like this.
I don't know where the parents are.
The parents are probably profiting off it and like benefiting off the money too. But apparently the Kalogeras sisters are like Nepo babies. Like apparently they were already really rich. I think what is motivating them is the attention, the fame, and obviously the money as well. But if you're rich, I feel like they're probably just doing it for like clout, for fame, because they have the money already. And you know, a little extra won't hurt. But I think if it's crazy consumerism like this, like constantly selling and selling and selling, I think that's greedy. That is a huge form of greed because like, let's be real, you don't really need that much, okay? That's just honestly what I think. But hey, it's their lives at the end of the day. If they can sleep well at night, by the time that they properly mature and their frontal cortex have developed and they have proper awareness and spirituality and conscience, and they can still sleep well at night knowing what they're promoting, like how they're influencing the younger audiences. If they can still sleep at night and continue to do this like the Kardashians, if they don't care about some of the negative impacts that they may be making, then that's for them. But truth be told, warnings have been made. But that's just what I think. Let's react to a few of their videos that I found really freaking problematic.
This one is so bad.
This song is called China by and then Peggy. I don't know this song. And like Sunday, I think, yeah, Sunday Kalogeras sings this a lot. I have to turn off the music for copyright reasons, but the lyrics are absolutely insane. And she's always like lip syncing this song. She's always like playing this song in her TikToks, knowing her audiences are like predominantly underage and really freaking young. And it sounds really witchy. There's literally like 10 seconds of witch laughter.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay, so this is where it gets really concerning. I'll read out the song lyrics, right? I'm putting these N-words in debt. If I get his wallet, I'm gonna abuse it. Just got a triangle strip last week. And when they say triangle strip, I don't recommend anyone hearing this song, but I'm bringing this up as literal and general concern. If there are parents watching, you should really check it out because this song is really inspirational. Anyway, I just got a triangle strip last week. Now I'm out here looking like Phineas. I left that N-word on red. He ain't gonna me, and that's on period. I'm in the back of the car with your daddy and he's twerking and popping a perk. I got him bending his bum like Spice in the back of the van and they stop and search. These men want to act like a beast, so I put these men in a cage. I made a call, now 2 days later, my N-words are busting all over his face. China, please have mercy, I ain't getting paid till the end of the week. I don't give a f***, shut the f*** up. Get on your knees and grease my feet, pussy. He want a break. I've been riding his face 6 hours. He told me to in his mouth, so I gave him a golden shower. For those of you that don't know, golden shower means... Like I said, I didn't want to really read it, and I was cringing that entire time while I was reading it, but I think in this case I had to, just to prove a point, okay? This is not the first time that Sunday has posted a video with this song, right? And while we love our favorite influencers, we might not be hearing the lyrics to certain songs. And some of these songs, especially if you come from a religious background, especially if these girls grew up in a Christian household, that's why I keep bringing it up. Why are they listening to this type of demonic music? It's really messed up. It's really messed up that there are artists in the first place that make such demeaning, like self-deprecating and also just degrading, degenerate music. And there are influencers with a predominantly young, like teen and preteen fan base that are singing this type of song on repeat, promoting this type of song on repeat. Their fan base literally put laugh heart eyes. That's why I'm thinking like,
Are these bots?
and this one is even worse. My girl is a cunt. Yeah, but only because she's serving. Your girl is a cunt. No, like actually on purpose. This song is called BURR by YNG Martia. Like it's disgusting, and like I said, this is not the first time she has these songs on repeat. It's really messed up. And then she just has these crazy, cringy, self-obsessed facial expressions. Like, you look cute, I'm not doubting that, but you lack morals and you lack self-respect. I don't know what it is, like self-respect, critical thinking, like some level of like maybe brain cells to be listening to this and also spreading it to your entire young fan base. Like, influencing them to listen to dirty, disgusting songs like this, okay? And this is why a lot of girls agree with me in the sense that we don't like this type of behavior. Not once did I say I don't like her or them. I don't like this type of behavior. If it was anyone else in the same position, I would be saying exactly the same thing. These type of videos are the ones where I'm like, absolutely not.
And there are girls calling them inspirational.
The girls that call them inspirational, take a camera and your phone, get someone to record you, right? Go up to your mother or your principal or school teacher. Actually, if you really want to make a point that they're inspirational, take it to a police officer, your dad even. Actually, you know what? Do it in front of your mom and your dad. Or maybe grandparents are chill, we'll leave them out. But like, take a camera, go to them, play videos. All the videos of these girls, right? The ones with the crazy sexual lyrics. The videos of them literally wearing nothing on a yacht and shaking what they have to their pre-teen audiences. Show that to your parents. And I want to see what they say about this being inspirational. I want to get actual mature opinions and some level of common sense and critical thinking, and then tell me what they think about it, okay? Please, if you are the person to defend them and call them nothing but pure, innocent, and inspirational, and they are a great example for young women and for the world, please shut me up. If you really want to shut me up, make that video, right? Go up to the figures that I mentioned and show them these videos. I really want to hear what they would think. I really want to hear what people with common sense would say. And tell them that Eliana is 7 years old. Make sure you throw that one in there, that she's underage and she was making content like this even younger. Hey guys, I thought that if we are using the Kalogeras sisters' names for clout, they could also help us raise some worldly events, right? And also some charity events that I like to bring up. So I'd like to say thank you to the Kalogeras sisters for being famous and for spreading this awareness with their name. Okay, so recently I've had a lot of my fans message me, especially my subs from India and Pakistan message me about the recent, I guess, war that's happened, right? So I'd like to bring up the issue. I think many of you would have heard, if you want to search it up on the internet, you can search India-Pakistan ceasefire, right? Obviously with things this big, it gets so political and international. I don't want to take sides, but I would like to, for my subs and also for the people that was lost in this, I would like to say let's pray for them. It's really sad that this has happened. I like to show that I care and acknowledge. This terrorist attack in Pahalgam has killed 26 Hindu tourists. Total death in Pakistan was 51 people, civilians 40, military personnel 11, injured injured over 100 civilians. Apparently a notable incident was a Pakistani woman was killed in a shelling outside Jammu, marking the first civilian casualty outside Jammu in Kashmir. In India, total deaths, at least 7 military personnel, multiple soldiers and civilians. Notable incidents, BSF soldier Deepak Chingakam was killed in cross-border firing in the RS Pura sector of Jammu. It's very heavy for me to read this, and I send my deepest condolences, and I pray and have a moment of silence for these people. It's really sad when things like this happen because civilians, unfortunately, with worldly events and with war, the most innocent are always the civilians, and it's really unfortunate. Yes, if you want to get into the context of things, please look at it in your own time, but I just want to spread not so much, I guess, negativity or I guess sad news, but to honor these people, right? Honor the soldiers that died to this, bring awareness to the innocent villages, letting these countries and people and families that have suffered loss, to let them know that there are people out there that care and support them, and we acknowledge your pain, we see it, and we pray and we care for you. And as you can see, I have scissors in my hand. I'm going to braid my hair, right? I actually have several reasons why I'm doing this, okay? I want to do this for 2 big reasons. Obviously, the first reason is the worldly events, the war that's happened recently between Pakistan and India, and not just the war between these 2 countries, but just wars overall. And the sadness that I feel on a daily, I think like most of the time you guys see me and I'm joking around and, I'm, being goofy and I have a different persona online, but a lot of you probably don't realize is that I'm burdened because I'm so wise and intelligent. I really want to say I'm joking, but I genuinely think I'm pretty wise and intelligent. Like, that's not even something that I brag about. Like, there's nothing to brag. Like, I think it's a fact. Like, I do think I'm quite wise and intelligent for my age. And, you can say the nice part of yourself without being arrogant, and I don't feel like I'm being arrogant, but yeah, because I feel like I am more self-aware and I guess I see things deeper than a lot of people, not all, right? Obviously there are people way more intelligent and switched on and aware than me, but because I see a lot, I genuinely feel constant sadness, like on a daily basis. I am also very sensitive. I feel things so deeply. I feel guilt and sadness and other people's pain, and I empathize with people a lot. I constantly feel push and pull. Like the tiniest thing that hurts someone else, or like the tiniest negativity, like hurts me. Obviously, I pretend I don't care. I force myself to ignore it, but like, of course, we're all humans at the end of the day. Like negativity and sad worldly events, and like when we hurt other people, or when we know what's going on in the world, it hurts people. Like the people who know will know. Like it's really hard to completely brush out everything, be psychopathic or unbothered. Like you can try and detach as much as you like, right? But I feel like we should embrace the empathy and the pain that we feel, because you can't destroy energy, but you can transfer that into something else. Maybe instead of trying to detach from everything, we can harness that pain and, transfer that energy and that feeling, that emotion. What was once sadness and pain, we can transfer it into a different emotion, maybe into kindness or giving back, right? Or love. We can always transfer the energy because we cannot really ever fully detach. So yeah, so the reason I'm saying that is because I do feel sad. I feel a lot of sadness. So the first reason, I guess, it will be for all wars. But because a lot of my Pakistani and Indian fans and subs have mentioned it, I would like to cut and donate my hair. Okay, I want to donate my hair to Kids with Cancer Foundation, and they make wigs for kids. So my hair is washed, it's dried, it has to be over 20 centimeters. I have really long hair, it's really healthy, it's in really good condition, I really take care of it. The second reason will be I want to donate it to kids with cancer, right? Also mourn for the Pakistani and Indian, I guess, citizens. Can't believe I'm actually doing this. This is the first time that I've ever done this. And then also, I guess, I'll throw a third one in there. I guess, like, I was thinking about this last night. I really want to do this on camera for the reason that cutting hair is a symbolism for mourning, for like a new chapter, for a restart, for a reboot, is to maybe get rid of old memories and make new ones, Oh my gosh. That is crazy. Yeah, so basically, I'm still so in shock. Like, it's just off now. A new chapter in life, a restart. I keep saying that. I feel a weird and emotional right now. This is so uneven. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm like still shocked at this. Okay, so yeah, basically I'm sending this to kids with Cancer Foundation. You put it in a Ziploc bag and then you just send it off in the mail, right? It has to be clean, has to be dry, make sure it's in good condition, and then they make wigs for kids with cancer out of this. I will also be donating $100 to Cancer Council along with the hair. Another reason that I want to do this is to prove a point, to make a statement. Right, because I've seen a lot of comments like the Kalogeras sisters are so cute. I feel insecure because I have certain hair. Like I look a different way. Well, here it goes. There are people out there with no hair, although we shouldn't compare ourselves. I do want to bring a great balance, and you know, this isn't really so much spreading negativity, but it's spreading awareness. Right, in the midst of things, when we look at other pretty influencers that are half naked and singing inappropriate songs and dances, that's not the point. But when we are looking at other influencers, we tend to forget how much we actually have, right? We shouldn't compare to the worst and we shouldn't compare to the best. But I guess spreading awareness like this, I just wanted to do it to serve the point that we should be grateful. It's situations like this that also should humble us and make us more kind, more relatable in the sense that we all struggle. And there are people out there that are actually struggling, and we have a lot. And we get so obsessed with the mainstream culture, the pop culture, the social media rabbit hole that all these brands and all this BS is trying to promote and sell us. We forget what actually matters. Does anyone want to bid for this? And then with the money that you bid for, I can also donate. Miss Weiwei's hair. Imagine if I had fans crazy enough like that. I wanted to make a statement. I wanted to raise awareness. It was like freaking 5 birds, 1 stone for this one. And I also want to use the Kalogeras sisters' name for this reason. I mean, why not? They can share a bit of their fame for a good cause. For every single girl that feels insecure about their curly hair, this is also, I guess, to make a statement. It's just hair. Real beauty comes from here. Real strength, real, I guess, characteristics, real morality, real spirit. And God, it all comes from here. It doesn't come from this, or the shape of your body, how you look, or what your hair looks like. Like that should be the least of your worries. But I guess like I can understand because we all have insecurities. But I guess this is to make one big statement. It's fine. Everything's fine. And there are bigger issues out there. And I hope that everyone is okay at the end of the day and people live and just to be safe. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.